Hello there out in internet land. Alan Cousins here with another 7-minute webinar. Let's get the clock rolling. Okay, I want to talk about keyword research. Okay, I want to show you a way that'll make it a lot easier for you to get pages ranked. Okay, because some of you got a blog up and you're putting content on there and you're trying to like put out articles and videos and stuff for phrases that you're just never ever going to rank for. They're going to require so much work to rank your page and get it found by people. The only traffic you're going to get is literally going to be the traffic that comes from the article directory or from the video sharing sites. So I just want to show you a way where you can know that you've got a phrase that's fairly easy to rank for. And what's going to happen is the hardest part of this whole deal is actually going to be doing the keyword research, but I think I got it worked out, and I think I've proven that to myself. Since last night, I did a submission on a phrase, just an article submission, just one article submission. It's a spun article. I sent it out to various directories using a submitter, and I did a lot of manual submissions too. But it's just literally a few hours worth of work, and I went from just absolute nowhere in a brand new post on my blog, just literally a day, 2 days, not even 2 days old, to being at the top of page 4 in Google with just one article being submitted. So I know that it works, and now I've got so many other things that I do when I SEO a phrase that I've just got tons and tons of other options that I can do to create backlinks for this phrase to that page. And by the end of the week, I'll be on page 1 and hopefully in the first couple of positions for that phrase. But I want to show you how to do this so that you can repeat the process every time you want to rank for something. You don't waste your time writing about and spinning articles and submitting content for stuff that's just going to be too hard to rank for. Sound good? Okay, good. So the first thing you need to do is go to Google, type in keyword tool external, click the first link. That'll take you to something that looks like this. Okay? Put your keyword phrase in here. We're going to pick on Pixism again. The reason I'm picking Pixism is because it's a highly competitive term, and I want to show you kind of what to stay away from if you're looking to make this easy on yourself. Now, the one thing that you got to understand is over here on the left you've got match types. This will by default come up in a broad match. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, let's say for example the phrase you want to know about is Pixism review. A broad match means that anytime the word Pixism or the word review is on the page, it'll come up. So if someone types in, they search for, review of travel destinations arrived at by Pixism members. Okay, it'll come up in these numbers here because you have it as a broad match. Both those words are in there. If you have it as a phrase match, it means they'll come up in this order, but there could be additional things that are being searched for. Right? Pixism review by Alex Trebek, for example. That would come up in these numbers because it contains the phrase Pixism review. When you search by exact, that just means that specifically this is exactly what people are searching for. So you can see for that phrase, Pixism review, there's 140 searches in the US every month on average for that exact phrase, and 210 searches globally. Now that's actually not terrible. It's a little less searches than I would be willing to work with if I was going to post some content on a blog. But the thing is, if you got on page 1 in the first 3 or 4 positions and there's 200 people a month searching for it, you're probably going to get an extra 120, 130 visitors to your site every month just off that, and it might be fairly easy to do. That's not the whole equation. Okay, I just want you to understand the different match types here. So you want your phrase here and you want only the exact. Okay, so let's just look at Pixism. You see here 2,400 local searches. Depends what you're interested in, what market. If you're only focusing on the U.S., then you would look at this one. If whatever you're doing is international, then you can look at this one. But let's say for the sake of example, 4,400 searches a month. Okay. So 4,400 searches a month. Well, that seems like a lot. But now what we want to do is we want to see how much competition there is. Okay. So here's how you want to look at the competition. You want to go to Google and you want to type in Pixism. Come on, Pixism. I'm running very slow because of the screen recorder here. Type in Pixism in quotes, okay? Just only do it in quotes. And you see there's 106,000 results. So there's a couple things I noticed on this. I did it the other day. It was 93,000. Now it's 106,000. That means people are putting out content about Pixism like crazy. So that gives you an indication as to how it's competitive. But just looking at the sheer number, here's what you want to be looking at here, okay? 50,000 or less right here. If this is 50,000 or less, okay, and this number here, whichever of these numbers you're interested in, whether just the US or the global, is, I would say, I probably would be looking for 1,000 or more. Okay, if this is 1,000 or more, and this is 50,000 or less here by searching in quotes, you're probably going to be able to rank pretty easily. Now there is a couple other factors, like it could be all 10 of the people on the first page are just complete absolute SEO masters. Not likely. Okay, if you're working on a phrase and it happens to be a company and that's what they do is they teach search engine optimization, that might be an indication that that could be the case. But other than that, that's probably not going to be the case. So 50,000 results with your keyword phrase in quotes, and I would say no less than about 1,000 in your monthly searches here. And I look at this one specifically myself because I'm mainly interested in the United States, doing business in the United States, having my traffic come from the United States. So that's really one way you can make it tremendously easy on yourself. Now, so Pixism has 2,400 searches every month here, but they've got 106,000 results. Okay, so that's going to be much more competitive, and you're going to have to do a lot more work. Now let's look at a couple others. Look, TVI Express has 441,000. Okay, let's see how much time. Where's my timer here? Oh, I'm just about out of time. So, but that is the really the important thing to look at before you start putting content out, is that keyword research. Okay, and let's just real quick while we're in here. Exact match for TVI Express. Okay, look, it's 5,400 searches, 60,000 globally, and you think, oh man, I'm going to get, that was my 7 minutes, I'm going to get so much traffic as a 60,000 searches a month. But you got to realize that the amount of competition is almost 500,000 competing pages. Okay, now I've ranked for pages here where the competition was like 7 million, 8 million, but it was a lot of work. Okay, and I'm just pointing this out for those of you who are newer to this type of thing. You want to make it a lot easier on yourself. You want to be able to get found by putting out an article or two. Just keep this result here at 50,000 or less, and then make sure that this one is 1,000 or more. Okay, that'll make it a lot easier on you. Okay, figure that all out before you even start posting the content on your site. The other thing you can look at is you've got all these related phrases here. So even if you type in something like, I don't know, Twitter marketing, okay, because this applies to our niche. Okay, it'll give you all these related phrases here and other ideas for keywords. Twitter tools, look, 3,600 a month. Well, maybe Twitter tools is not so competitive. Let's see. I will do it right here while I got you on the video. Twitter tools, because maybe you're selling TweetAdder. Well, TweetAdder is incredibly competitive. Now look, Twitter tools, almost 1 million competing pages. See, you probably don't want to take the time to mess around with that. It doesn't mean you can't rank for that. I'm just telling you it's going to be a lot more work. Okay, now the one that I actually found, and it took me some time to write it up because I had to review the company, but it was actually an Isogenics reviews. Okay, and it was only 8,300 competing websites. Okay, and here I know I'm going over. It's probably going to be 9 minutes, okay? But here, look, I had 2,900 local searches. So I had almost 3,000 local searches every month, and I only have like not even 9,000 competing websites. So that's why if we go and just the one submission, I'm already up to, let's see, where am I? I was on page 4 a minute ago. Maybe I've graduated since then. 1 second. Where are we at here? Oh, look at that. I'm on page 2 now. So just in the time it took me to check it, to load up my screen recorder, and to start doing this little short presentation, I moved up from page 4 to page 2. And all that's happening is Google is now, their spider is just now beginning to find all these different backlinks that I put out on the article directories. That's how quick. Look, literally, I mean, I wrote the review, I spun it. It took me about 2 hours to get all the data together and write the review. It took me about another 45 minutes to spin it, and it took me literally about not even 30 minutes to put the content out. Okay? And I'm already on page 2. And this is just since last night, guys. Okay? So this doesn't have to be like a big, long process, but if you do the keyword research properly, it can save you a ton of time. So I expect by tomorrow I'll be on page 1, and then I'll do like probably one more submission, and that'll be it. That'll be all I'll need, and I'll be established there, and I'll always have traffic. And out of those 2,900 hits every single month, if I can get it up in the first 2 or 3 positions, I mean, I'm going to have an extra 1,000 to 2,000 visitors a month just to that page. So anyway, I hope that's helpful for you. It certainly was a breakthrough for me, and I see myself compiling a list of a lot of different keywords that I'm going to be ranking for, and it'll be fun. Okay, good. I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.